living on a farm, it's actually different. You have the time. Okay, you're busy all the time, but James always came around with me. Learned to drive, how old were we, about 3. As soon as they can reach the pedals sitting on your lap, they can drive at least around the farm. And then sitting on tractors with the people doing ploughing. You remember Freddie?
The bulldozer.
Yeah, he used to sit on the back of not on the back of the bulldozer, in the bulldozer cabin with the driver there and just plough up and down and fall asleep. And it's a great life, There's a lot of freedom there. We didn't stress as long as they were back basically by dark, and usually unrecognisably dirty, and any kid can get hosed down and looks okay again afterwards.
Yeah, and this was the rugby field here and the cricket field on the corner, so really enjoyed growing up here.
We bought the farm in 1989. There was very little here. We built the house, we planted most of the orchards in the meantime, and it's the farm where James grew up. Well, I've always loved growing things, a bit like James and his aircraft. My love was always growing plants. So I used to grow the family's vegetables. I had a piece of land that I used to grow vegetables. And then when I was at school, I worked on farms in the school holidays, picking fruit, making hay, that kind of thing. And then when I left school, I went to study agriculture because it was my interest.
I think that I always wanted to do something in farming. It's quite an emotional connection growing up here and with my family, not just here, but throughout the Clanwilliam region. We all farm around here. And I wanted to do something in this region. And we had, in 2014, we decided to start a company, and we didn't quite know what we were going to do yet. So we just started this thing, and then we actually presented to each other once a week an idea of what to do. And we settled on this, and we really found our way. So we didn't do the traditional thing of choosing a problem and solving that specific problem. We came from a different direction where we took the technology and then found the problems that it could solve. So it's quite an interesting way to go. Once we established the company, we actually set up our first demo. So we set a deadline 3 months away on the neighboring farm here, and we had to build everything. So we built the drones, the camera systems, the software to fly and process the data, all in that 3 months. And then we went to go and test it on the farm here, and then do the demo to the neighbor, and that went really well. So after that initial stage of proving out the concept, we started taking things further, building out the drone systems and the software, and it started building nicely from there.
It didn't always run that smoothly with the whole drone thing at the beginning. We had a couple of disasters. It's amazing how the whole technology is advanced, because at the beginning, after you flew an orchard, you needed therapy, so stressed. And now it's like touch the screen a couple of times and the job's done. It's amazing how it's advanced.
Yeah, we used to build the drones, and like he says, the technology's moved a lot. So initially it would work most of the time, but sometimes the drone would fly off in a different direction.
The first technology we got onto this farm, I suppose, was computerizing the irrigation system. We've obviously done other things too, but then the last one we really adopted was the Aerobotics system. That we use it a lot to monitor tree stress, and obviously to get early detection of problems. And it's amazing. I'm not doing an ad for Aerobotics here, but we have learned so much from flying orchards. Early detection of problems. I've got an orchard, it might even be in the view, but it's across there. The oldest orchard on the farm, it's pushing 60 years old. Valencia oranges. It is probably our best yielding orchard on the farm, despite its age, and it looks great. But I was in there recently, and I found 3 trees that were not looking happy. So I got out the drone, flew the orchard, and was completely horrified to find that 3/4 of the orchard was actually at the beginning stages of what was taking out those 3 trees. So what it means is, despite the fact that the orchard looks good, it's already got problems that you can't see, and I think that is, for me, number one. The other thing is, the orchards are not that small, and it's actually impossible to walk every row. And you simply can't rely on other people to tell you stuff. So if you fly the orchard, you can also pick up things like drought stress, blocked irrigation line, things like that too. And I'm really looking forward to what you're working on at Aerobotics on things like fruit measurement and yield estimates. I think that's huge.
I've always wanted to bring technology on. I used to build a lot of things for the farm. I built a drip line irrigation cleaner while I was here. I welded a lot of the citrus bin wagons that go behind the tractors. So I've always wanted to bring efficiency to the farms through technology or through building things. What's exciting for me is all the things that are possible with this new technology. And what's exciting about working at Aerobotics is that we can choose what to do next, and there's constantly new problems to solve. And so things are never standing still. We're constantly working on new problems and adding more and more value.
Well, obviously I'm very proud of it. It's absolutely off his own back. But since basically virtually birth, he's been fascinated by aircraft. Yeah, I mean, Aerobotics started out really small. And again, their idea, it was in many respects absolutely nothing to do with us. It's been absolutely James's baby. But yeah, no, really proud to see it go from a two-man show in the garage in Cape Town to what it is now in 4 years. Fantastic. And we use it. I think we were one of the first clients.
Yeah, exactly. We've actually had a lot of support from the farm and from the parents. And then obviously testing it and feedback and all the experience from my dad in terms of what to build for farmers and what's needed is really what kind of shaped the company into what it is.